What's going on, everybody? Look at me, I'm in a t-shirt. I will tell you, it is feeling amazing outside. It is probably every bit of 70 or higher, and I just can't believe it. It is so awesome. I hope you're excited. Summer, some spring or something is coming around the corner. I'm so sick and tired of the cold. It's nice to just be out of all the beanies and the sweatshirts and the jackets and multiple layers and stuff. I'm actually burning up. I'm starting to sweat. It's pretty warm and it feels amazing. But today we're doing things I really don't want to do. We are working on the Civic. And I will say, shout out to this jack. I'm telling you, this Harbor Freight jack is amazing. Easily got it up high. Now I can get underneath it, take the wheels off, try to get these brake lines fixed and everything like that. But yeah, I love it. It's amazing. But another thing I've done, I've gotten the tire machine pretty much fully assembled and fully installed. I went and got, well, actually I had this little multiple hookup source thingy, whatever you want to call it, junction. And now I have the regulator for the shop pressure and the regulator for the tire machine both hooked up, so I don't have to bounce between the two if I want to use shop pressure or if I want to use the tire machine. I went and got some tire soap and everything for that, and I'm really excited to start using this. So if you're local, you need some tires dismounted, mounted up for a drift event or whatever, hit me up. We can work out a deal. The more you bring, cheaper it'll be. But yeah, so tire machine's up and running. Balancer, on the other hand, it will be up and running possibly tomorrow if I get time, but right now I have not even played with it yet. I am excited to get it up and running. I just haven't had the time, but I have used the tire machine a few times now and it works great. I pretty much have just been mounting and unmounting that tire, just trying it out because I want to play with it. But we are struck with problems, and that is the Civic. We got to fix it. It's got to go up for sale. I don't need it. If you're looking for a Civic, holla at your boy. It's for sale. But either way, we're going to throw some new brake lines on. So I went and got some unions, 25 foot of brake line, and we're going to chop it where some good brake line is. We're going to flare it. We're going to put unions on it like you should and rerun new brake lines to each of the rear wheels so that we can get that up and running. It sucks, but it is what it is. We also got to do some things. I'm going to swap the suspension between the Integra and the Civic. The Civic's got those coilovers, the max speeding rods. They actually rode pretty good, and I like them, and I just bought them. I want to put them on the Integra because it's got non-adjustable. It's just got iBlock sport lines, so I want to swap those two. I already swapped the wheels, but I'll probably be putting different wheels on the Civic. I don't know yet. I've thought about putting these wheels on it. I've thought about putting my other 17-inch wheels I have up in the front garage. Not totally sure yet, but I'm rambling. I'm going to get started. I'm going to get these wheels off and everything like that. Once I get set up, I'll get you underneath the car, kind of show you what we're working with and what the problem is and what the problem be and how we're going to fix it. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so here are the two brake lines that are rusted, and as you can see, they're just leaking fluid. So that's no good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way up here to where there's some good line. Boom. We got some good line here. We'll clean up and everything, and we're gonna cut, flare, putting two unions in there and run two new lines all the way back and over to this wheel and over to that wheel. I'm not really looking forward to it, but it is what it is. We got to get it worked out. We got to get this fixed. The fuel lines aren't the best, but I'm not fucking with them today. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. They're not leaking, so I'm gonna just let those be. All right, guys, so we got the two crusty boys out of the car and everything like that. So now that everything is cut out of the car and all that, the hard part comes. So I have to cut the line, basically get a nice clean cut so that I can put a good flare with a new fitting on it. So it will screw into the union, and then I need to get the 25-foot roll. I need to straighten it out and basically flare one end with a fitting on that to screw into the union, and then I need to start forming it and bending it to fit underneath the vehicle. Sadly, I can't really record much because it's really hard to do, but I will show you guys how to flare a fitting on the line once I get ready to do that. I'll do it on the piece that's going to be replacing the parts I've taken out. That way I can do it outside the car and show you how you flare the tubing and everything like that. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the car and flare it on the car so that that's all done and everything like that, so that I can just take some measurements, start bending my line, get it fitted up, and, you know, hopefully get this done in a little bit. Who knows, but both sides are out. Now it's pretty much to putting in new brake line. I really hate this. It's my most hated part of any job. I'm gonna have to do it on the 240 because I had to take out all the brake lines because they were all crappy. So I'm gonna, but that'll be a little easier because I'll be running entirely new brake line with everything out of the way. So it'll be totally different than trying to feed it back up with the gas tank and everything in the way and whatnot. But we're getting it done. We're gonna get it done. It's still a beautiful day, so I'm staying positive. I mean, just look. It's so sunny. It's so nice. It's amazing. I know, the sun just washes you guys out with excitement. That's how I feel. Either way, I'm getting back to work. What's going on, everybody? All right, so today's the next day. Sorry I stopped filming everything. I really got frustrated. I had the worst luck trying to flare these fittings and everything. I'll give you a quick update, but we also have some other things to take care of. I'll get to here in a second. So to show you where I'm at, I spent like 3 hours trying to get these flares done on underneath the car and everything. But so we have our new brake line is right here. Our new brake line is right here. Hopefully you can see this. But it comes down and goes back into the factory connectors here. And then right now I have it ran here, just going up to the spool. So I'm gonna have to bend it over and down and whatnot. But here are the two unions for the brake lines. These were a pain in the ass. For some reason, I just couldn't get a good solid flare. Took me like 3 hours. Finally got these two good. I could do it outside, but just trying to do it underneath the car, I just was having no luck. But these two are done. So once I get all this like basically finished being ran. I ran out of time yesterday. I only could work until the early afternoon, and then I had to run with the wife somewhere. So I pretty much stopped working on it. But once I get this ran and everything up to here, you know, we'll get that buttoned up, and then I have to run the other side. So yeah, I hate brake lines. It's been kicking my ass. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the most frustrating projects, especially because it's something I have to do. It's not something I want to do. Like, I need to sell the car. I need to get it operational. I need to get it drivable. I didn't expect the brake lines to break, and I didn't expect it to be this much of an issue. I could have probably cheaped out and did like compression fittings and other things, but I just don't recommend those. So I'm trying to do it the right way, and of course it's kind of like doing things the right way is 10 times more work, and it's just being a pain because it's just not going how it should be. It's being more difficult, it's fighting me, whatever. But we're getting it done, and that's all that matters. But we have another dilemma. So before I work on that, I have to get this balancer semi-operational because my buddy's coming over for some tire training class. Basically learn how to mount and dismount tires, and then he's gonna basically bring some tires to mount and change and balance. So pretty much I got to get this thing working so that we can balance his tires and everything today. So he'll be here in a couple hours. So I'm going to get all this emptied up, get the rest of it unpacked, try to open this up and clean this up. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did finalize the install on here so I can have shop and tire pressure. So everything's operational on here 100%, which I'm happy with. So now I just got to get the balancer up and running. So I'm going to work on that, and then I'll get back to the car. So yeah. Alright guys, so we have the balancer up and running. Everything seems to be working well. It's actually not that bad. It's pretty simple, and it's less sophisticated than the machines I've used in the past. There are a few things that I like and don't like, and I'll go over them real quick. I'll do a more thorough review after I've used these machines. But so far, everything is just manual. So if I want static, I just press it, and it goes static, dynamic. If I want motorcycle, if I want aluminum, if I want aluminum or whatever and stuff like that. The thing that is less sophisticated is there's only one measurement. So there's the distance from the machine to your rim that you usually have, your width, and your diameter of the tire, but there's no additional measurements for all your weight placement. In the book, it tells you kind of where the weights are going to go, and they're all registered at the 12 o'clock position. So I did a test trial with this random wheel I had lying around. I ripped off all the weights off of some wheels, and I just taped them back on until I could get it to balance zero so I could figure out how to do it. And pretty much it's pretty simple. I won't go over it all right now, but you put the wheel on. You do an aluminum 2, which aluminum 2 is the stick on the inside of the face, and then the outer, well, inside rim lip like normal. So hidden weight setup. So you do that, you put in all your measurements, blah, 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 whatever. And then you spin it and it tells you. So the one that goes, So the one that goes on this lip is easy, so you know it's going to go like right here. The other one, you just have to know it's going to be about a 1/2 inch from the face of the lip, so you just put it on a flat surface. You just pretty much, you know, once you play with it, you'll kind of see what to do. But the thing that I'm used to is I'm used to having like, the thing that kind of threw me off or whatever is I'm used to having a machine that has laser pointers and additional measurements, and it all does it in the machine and all this crap and everything, and it's really more sophisticated. This is really simple. You pretty much, you run it, you put the stick on the inside lip at the 12 o'clock position, you reposition it till the outer lip lights up, and then you put it on the inside of the tire at the 12 o'clock position as well. It's a little more difficult because you got to reach in there and look and get it positioned and stuff. It's not as easy as with the laser pointer, where it actually puts it down at the 6 o'clock position so you can work on it really easily. But it worked. It balanced out zero, and it didn't take ungodly amounts of weight. It took like 1/2 ounce and 1 3/4 ounces, which is really pretty normal for a 17-inch rim doing a hidden weight style that I've done. So I wasn't worried about that. I did calibrate the machine, so it's good to go. It's actually a pretty easy procedure. So there's a way to do it through going through using your programming button and all this, but if you, here you have this weight button. If you hold this for 5 seconds, it will actually go through the calibration. Comment down below if you want me to do you know, a more thorough, if you're interested in a more thorough walkthrough of these machines. I'll probably do one anyways, but if you're really interested, I'll probably try to do it sooner than later, because right now I'm not really, it's not on the priority list to make it right away. But if you're really interested in everything, just comment down below and I can do it. Either way, now it's time to get back to the Civic, since I got those up and running for my buddy when he gets here and stuff, and I got him a little trainer setup going. So I got him steel wheel to learn first how to mount and dismount tires, and then a low profile wheel for him to play with sticky weights and stuff like that. And I might see if I'll probably have one of these other low profile wheels. I'll probably break it down a few times to make it easier for him, but one that's junk, because I don't want to mess this tire up, because this tire, even though it is at state minimum, it's still usable. Whereas some of these tires are wires showing and not usable. But either way, I'm gonna get back to these brake lines. I've been dreading it and stuff, and I'll update you guys when I get something accomplished. Rain, rain, go away. I just wanna fix the Civic today. As you can see, I've ran into a small little setback. It started raining, but I did get all the flares done. I did get everything done, and I went to fill it with brake fluid, and guess what? In true Clutchkickernation fashion, there was another leak. Yeah, another line just gave out, I guess. It could have been from me moving the one line around when I was trying to reflare it and everything. Who knows? Fast forward an hour after that, replaced that line, and then it started raining consistently. So I've been working in and out of little sprinkles, but now it's actually kind of raining constantly, so I'm just waiting for it to die down and go away so I can get this finished. But I'll give you a quick look real quick. Alright, so here's the one line, all bent, flared, and attached. Here's the other line, all bent, flared, and attached. And there's the unions all attached. Nothing's permanently routed and well, I mean, it's permanently routed, but nothing's permanently affixed yet until I make sure there's no leaks. So I'm basically waiting to make sure there's no leaks. I put some brake fluid in, that's how I found the one leak. Then I fixed that line. Now I gotta put brake fluid in it, pump it, bleed it, try to see if there's any leaks. I really swear I hope there's no leaks, because if there is leaks, I'm probably gonna put this up for sale for come tow it home, like dirty cheap, because I'm almost to the point I just don't even want to work on it anymore. I got enough shit to do that I don't want to be fixing this crap. Honestly, it's annoying, it's frustrating. I'm really getting set back on the race car. You know, we haven't made any progress other than painting a few things, but still no engine, still no suspension. Meant to be drifting in like 3 weeks, not gonna happen. That was a waste of $175. But whatever, it is what it is. We're just gonna keep trying to stay positive hopefully there's no leaks. We get the Civic back on the road, clean her up some more, put her up for sale, get her out of here. And at least, you know, at least the brakes are being fixed properly. I could have had this done yesterday if I would have compression fitting and cheaped out and did it the lazy way, but instead I used unions. I re-ran it in the factory holders as best I could, try to make it nice, neat, and at least lasting and everything like that. But yeah, so you know, honestly, I'm over it. So that's gonna wrap this video up. Not much, just a bunch of crap. At least I got the tire machine and balancers up and running. Happy about that. Sorry I didn't show you how to flare anything or anything. I'm out of motivation with this whole brake line thing. I just want it done. So I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully something more exciting. Peace.